Let's do this. Hey guys, welcome back out to Film Learnin Vlogs. Now before we get into anything, I have noticed that many of you have been saying that you haven't been getting the notifications when I post a new video in your sub box. So if you want to avoid that, please head to the description below and click that little bell and enable notifications. That way you'll always see every egg-headed video I post. Alright, now we've got that out of the way, I'll quickly update you on the 150th episode of Film Learnin, and the update is that I'm still working on it. But I have been on my social media and Patreon posting some behind the scenes teasers, and if you follow me on those, you'll have discovered that our 150th episode is creating a CGI stunt double of yourself. Yes, I'm finally doing it. Now let me preface that statement by saying that we'll be covering just the creation of the stunt double in Adobe Fuse and some customization of clothing, and then we'll export that from Fuse to Mixamo. Now guys, this probably is going to end up being a 3-part mini-series, as I'll have to cover adding motion capture data in Mixamo, exporting that animated model to Cinema 4D, retexturing the model in Cinema 4D, and modifying the character mesh in Photoshop to make it look a little bit more like you. Then we'll head back to Cinema 4D, add lighting to match your shot, and finally, compositing the model within your scene in After Effects. So yeah, it's a pretty big tutorial series, but one that's going to be awesome. So at the moment, the plan is to release the first part on building the model. We'll then take a short break so I can finish my road reel short film and my client work, and then we'll finish it off with part 2 and 3 in a couple of weeks. And maybe after that we can finally get to those killer frost effects, so I'll finish the breach effect and bounce back in time for some Harry Potter and some Doctor Who stuff before I die of exhaustion. In other news, I've been invited to go to the YouTube pop-up space in Sydney for a 3-day workshop. This is something they do in Australia once a year because we don't have a dedicated YouTube space. Now I have RSVP'd yes to this, and I've put in for some study leave from my job. And there are some really cool events over the 3 days that are exclusive to folks with 50,000 plus subs. So I've just got to figure out how to get there, where to stay, and how much it's going to cost to do that without breaking my budget. Having said that, I'm really excited to go, and it's an opportunity that I simply wouldn't have without your support by hitting that sub button below. So thank you ladies and gentlemen, and you better believe I'll be doing a lot of filming while I'm there. Now if you follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen I attended a screening of Wonder Woman last night, and I gotta say, it's the first DC film I've gone to since The Dark Knight Rises way back, 2011 was that? That I left the theatre saying, I enjoyed that. The last one I saw was Suicide Squad, and I literally, and I'm dead serious about this, I fell asleep halfway through. And I still have no idea what happened in the end of that. So I'm just going to assume they beat the bad guys laser in the sky plan, and they all had some sort of dance number. Because that movie really felt like it needed something to liven it up. But back to Wonder Woman, and I gotta say, it was fun, and that cannot be understated how much this made a difference in the DCEU series of movies, because nothing's been fun so far. It's been dark, humorless, and desaturated until now. Wonder Woman adds a bit of color, the characters actually feel like, what's the word? Characters, and while they do go a little bit overboard in parts with the speed ramps, you know that thing where it goes from normal speed to slow motion and back again like whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, they do that a bit much, but it's not to the point where it gets too annoying. Now I will say that that Wonder Woman theme that they started in Batman v Superman, you know that I'm gonna stop doing that. They do use that in this film, but it doesn't really work in the context of this film for me. And when it kicked in, it kind of felt weird and out of place because it's set in World War I and it's kind of like this rockin' tune, but that's a pretty minor gripe. So is Wonder Woman groundbreaking? Well, no, but it's a well-made superhero film with a simple plot, great looking action, and that Gal Gadot looks... Yeah, that. Oh, and guess what? Robin Wright is in the film at the start, and that really did just weird me out a little bit because I just finished binge watching House of Cards season 5 on Netflix, and my wife was like, Claire's an Amazon! And yeah, that was kind of funny. What else? Oh, I beat my own personal best deadlift at the gym, lifting a whopping 140 kilos or roughly 308 pounds. Now, I'll put some footage up of that. Now, please forgive the grainy potato cam, but I filmed this discreetly with my front-facing camera on my iPhone, and it's really crappy quality. But as far as the lift goes, I'm really happy with that. I currently weigh around 80 kilos, so I'm lifting almost double my body weight, which is pretty damn cool. Now, moving on to Dexter, my little boy, who I just put to bed. That's why I'm in the robe. I'm in my pajamas getting ready for bed. He actually had his first haircut on the weekend. We went to this really cool place that cuts the kids' hairs in like cars. So that was a bit of fun too. In the waiting area, they actually have a tabletop arcade with Pac-Man and 1942 and a whole bunch of games, so I was sorted. So guys, I am working hard on Film Learnin, so keep an eye out for that. It is a balls to the wall, long 3-part tutorial, so strap in for that. But that's all I got for you at the moment. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, please like and share it. If you're new, by all means click that subscribe button. We're up to nearly 61,000 subscribers. I've got 2 more Film Learnin videos over here, or whatever I decide to put there. My Patreon info is right there. And my social media crap is above my head. And until next time, when we're hopefully getting to that 150 episode, keep learning.